So let's be direct about this. There's a huge expectation that the Chinese retail investors are going to move back into crypto and massively move up the markets. This was the prevalent for the early last year. In fact, people were expecting and kind of hoping for upwards of $40,000, $60,000, or maybe even $90,000 as full retail charges in from China back into crypto. But to be frank, recently, the performance of the Chinese seems to be lackluster, right? If you look at what has happened recently, sure, Hong Kong has legalized crypto trading, but our recent movements, not nearly what people are expecting. Especially when it comes to altcoin performance too. People are expecting 100x's on certain altcoins. So what exactly is happening? Are things moving ahead? Are the Chinese really coming back in? Some people are thinking Chinese are not going to come in at all because China really doesn't like crypto, and what's happening in Hong Kong is just an outlier. Honestly, let's clarify things up. Let's explain why things are going so slow in terms of the Chinese retail moving back into crypto, but also it's slow. Doesn't mean it's not moving, right? What we have done is we brought in Natalie.
Hi!
So Natalie's been researching what's happening in the Chinese markets nonstop for the past 3 months. She's been looking hardcore into what regulations have been passed in Hong Kong, what is happening, and also what is making things take so long. So Natalie, you're gonna take this segment?
Yes.
Awesome. So she's gonna fill in on all the details. Okay, now we don't need you anymore. And if you guys want to see what is happening in Asia, make sure you stay tuned. Boxmining, we have a particular focus on Asia coming soon. I think there's a lot building up, but it's going to take us some time. So we're going to be honest and truthful about what is happening in Asia. So stay tuned to this channel and make sure you're subscribed as well. Let's get started with Natalie.
Martin, here's $10 to invest in the futures market.
So our first point is, licenses have not been handed out in Hong Kong yet. Therefore, there are no big trading activities happening in Hong Kong right now, as crypto exchanges are still in the process of applying for a license in Hong Kong. Let's take a step back. Hong Kong has just started accepting VASP licenses to crypto exchanges since 1st of June, which means crypto exchanges and crypto companies who want to operate in Hong Kong have started their registration phase. And as we've mentioned in our previous video, the managing director of OKX, Lennox Lai, says that they have been working on their application paperwork for a year prior to June 1st, and they're hoping to submit all of their paperwork by end of year, meaning that it'll take at least another half a year for applications to get approved. And one of the main reasons why exchanges are keen on getting the Hong Kong VASP licenses is because they believe that if they get a license in Hong Kong, that means they will have established foothold in China when China opens up to crypto.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm. Wait. Calm down.
So a little bit of history lesson for you guys. China and Hong Kong operate under a one country, two system policy. This basically means that Hong Kong is part of China, but they have autonomy over their own economic system. And this brings us to our second point. Although China is very optimistic about crypto, as we can see from the news, legally speaking, crypto is still officially banned in China. Sure, people in China can still use VPN to trade, but we're talking about huge whales who are investing billions of dollars into crypto. These whales will have to take a huge chunk of money from their banks and move it to crypto, which will be very suspicious and risky for them, and they might get caught. China is basically treating Hong Kong as a testing bed for crypto because there are 7 million people in Hong Kong and 1.4 billion people in China. China is trying to test out crypto in a smaller space, and if this goes well, we might see China legalizing crypto soon. Since China needs the data they get from Hong Kong to know whether legalizing crypto will work in China, because historically speaking, whatever works in Hong Kong, they'll bring it to China. We went to the Web3 festival in Hong Kong and we did an interview with Rio DeFi CEO James Anderson. And he summarized perfectly the working relationship between Hong Kong and China in terms of financial innovations and development. Let's watch the clip.
Okay, James. So Hong Kong's really opening up. A lot of mainlanders are coming over to Hong Kong. Do you think
Hong Kong as a stepping stone for China in terms of crypto?
Absolutely. I mean, I think Hong Kong's kind of been set up as the sandbox for mainland China for so many things. You know, obviously that's what they did in traditional finance, all the investment banks kind of building out in Hong Kong, and then what works in Hong Kong bring back to China. I think the same is true with crypto, blockchain. So, you know, see what works. They have a lot of VASP licenses going out this year, virtual asset service provider licenses here in Hong Kong. I think they're going to see how it plays out, and if everything seems good, bring it into mainland China. Yeah, and I think China could lead the next bull market in crypto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All in all, we're still in the testing phase right now, and big Chinese players will not move until Hong Kong is performing well. And we'll know if Hong Kong is performing well once VASP licenses has been approved and crypto exchanges start operating in Hong Kong. And as we all know, there are still unclear regulations in the US. The SEC have been regulating through enforcement, forcing a lot of crypto exchanges to move elsewhere and causing a rippling effect in the crypto market. There are also a few ongoing lawsuits between the SEC and crypto exchanges, applying huge pressure on the market. We've actually covered it in detail in our previous videos, so make sure you check it out. So all in all, this has caused a lot of uncertainties in Chinese investors and businesses, and they have been holding off investing until market stabilizes and SEC lawsuits are done and dusted. In conclusion, Hong Kong and China is really taking this opportunity to capitalize on the mistakes of the US. For example, Hong Kong Legislation Council member Johnny Ng actually posted a tweet offering an invitation to welcome all global virtual asset trading operators, including Coinbase, to start applying for VASP licenses in Hong Kong. And he's already in contact with Coinbase right now, assisting them with their application process. As we can see, Hong Kong and China is doing what the US is not doing, regulating through engagement and not enforcement. We're still in its planning and registration phase, and we're still very early right now. We believe that China money will flow in and China will start legalizing crypto once we see Hong Kong crypto exchanges operating smoothly. So that concludes our video for today. Thank you for watching. I would also like to take the time to thank our sponsor for today, Bybit. If you haven't signed up for Bybit, you can sign up with our link down below and you'll automatically get 20 USDT in your derivatives account. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and comment down below to let us know what you think. And we will also be doing more videos on the China market, so make sure you're subscribed to our channel. And until next time, bye!